Hello everyone and welcome to the Mosher Media camera room here at our world headquarters in downtown Akron, Ohio in what we like to call the 388 building. And of course it's the old B.F. Goodrich Manufacturing Center, once the largest manufacturing complex on the planet. And of course it's great to feel the history as we operate in the old rubber factory here that has been beautifully restored here on South Main Street in downtown Akron. And of course, we're not here to give a history lesson. Well, maybe the history of video production, perhaps, as I break out some of the old equipment that we have had in storage. And from time to time, I get calls about transferring old formats. And because we have been in business for over 30 years and I bought a lot of Sony equipment, we loved Sony gear, still do, still have a lot of Sony cameras, but we were recording a lot of things on Beta, XDCam SP specifically, and we went through an era where we shot a lot on DVCam, Sony's DVCam format, and of course a lot of the Canon XL1, Canon XL2 cameras that we recorded on DV tape, a lot of that equipment. Now what we're going to talk about is when we upgraded to XDCam, Sony's Blu-ray disc format, and I found this as I was going through things here, and this is what's happening. People are finding discs and wondering, here's one that says Christmas Party, December 22nd, 2010. I popped it in just a second ago and watched, and it's some of our video production crew that are still with us, of course, from 2010, singing karaoke at a Christmas party, and we recorded it on XDCam, which I'm glad we did. I will tell you, we've had a couple of different XDCam cameras, and funny enough, this model right here does not work. This is the, I think it's a PDW 510, if I remember correctly. Let's see, what is this? This is the PDW 510. How about that? And there was a model 530, I believe, that we got after this. So if we bought this in 2003, perhaps, let's say that it was still standard definition, that it was XDCam, digital format, Blu-ray disc, beautiful picture. It was 16:9 wide format capable, but we were still shooting SD with this. And then when we went to the 530 model, we were shooting on XDCam HD. And the reason I mention that is if you have one of these discs, it could very well be standard definition or high definition video on the disc. Either way, we can transfer it for you. If you have one of these discs and you want to send it to us, we offer transfer, and it's all digital. So with the equipment, we can capture it digitally. We even have the old playback through this thing, the PDW U1. This was, so let's say the deck here was $15,000 back in the day. If you didn't have the $15,000 and you had some XDCam discs, let's say you had a videographer or a company shooting a lot of XDCam HD, you could buy one of these for $2,500. And it had, and still does, it's the old USB 1, very slow to transfer your XDCam footage. So if you did a day's worth of shooting, and you could get maybe at a higher compression rate, you could get maybe an hour and a half on one of these discs, if I remember. It's been a long time, about 23 gigabyte disc. I think they also came in a 50 gig disc. And they were about 30 or 40, 50 bucks a piece, depending on how many gigs it could hold, let's say. But at a lower compression rate in high definition, you might have only been able to get an hour on one of these discs. So you could have standard definition, you could have high definition. If you're holding one and you don't know what's on it and you need it for a project, you need the video, you pulled something out of the archives and you don't have the XDCam equipment to transfer it, send it to us here at our world headquarters in Akron. We do the work here. We'd be happy to do this. We have all this gear out, and my next project is going to be to put it all back into the rack because we're getting a lot of calls because this equipment is going away. And production companies and those that worked in the business at that time, they're not maintaining it because they don't need it. But we have ours and it still works, and we're happy to be in the tape or disc transfer business. Another point I will make, this Sony camera over here, for some reason, it's a 1996 or so model. It still works, so Matt Zorns gets to jump in and demonstrate. It just kills me. This camera is 30 plus years old. It's older than our camera operator. There it is. And it still works, and it absolutely breaks my heart that this, for whatever reason, this model will not power up. So I think we'll conclude this video by throwing it out there. Who is still in the business of repairing these cameras here in Akron, Cleveland, anywhere in Ohio? I'd ship it anywhere. I would love to see this work. The HD models, we had 2 of the HD models, and we sold them when we started upgrading into the red, and when all of the when all that equipment came out, and we were really not using the traditional ENG style video production cameras anymore. We hung on to the SD model for whatever reason, but we got rid of the PDW 30s. I believe that's what they were called years ago. But at any rate, again, these are great cameras. I would love to see this one working. I would ship it to a repair person. It just won't power up. Can't figure that part out. I'm not an engineer in terms of repairing cameras, and frankly, at this point in my life, I'm not sure if I'd have the time to get into that sort of project. I think we would just send it out. But speaking of sending it out, we do have all of the XDCam equipment. So send us your XDCam disc. We'd love to transfer it for you. We're in the transfer business. We have all this gear. We'd be happy to transfer your XDCam disc to video. Wouldn't you love to know what's on your old XDCam discs? If you've got them, call us, email us, or reach out through the website, moshermedia.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.